Yeah, boy. Cool, man. Yeah, boy. Cool, man. Yeah, boy. Spinning, spinning. Okay, kids. What's up, everybody? What is happening? How are we living? How is life? All the good stuff. Here's a little preview for everyone. For everyone looking to see what we're going to be doing today. Good stuff on the horizon. Some great announcements for really awesome keyboards to come in the next couple weeks here. I'll show you a little bit of what's going on with those things. But in the meantime, let's just chill out a little bit, shall we? Wait for a couple more people to hop in. I know there's a couple of people said they were looking to hop on. Let's hope I don't have the same issues I had last stream with the camera just overheating the bejesus. So let's hope I don't have that issue this time. Soup, you back in here yet? Just curious how you doing. Sorry I missed the stream this morning. Nice. Thank you for the follow. Bumcakes21. Really appreciate that. Thank you. What we got going on here? We got going on, folks. What is happening? How's life, everyone? Dude, I'll give you the little preview. Hold on, man. Thanks for joining, Dubes. Appreciate it, man. How's life? How's the fam damnly? Here's a little preview for you. Dude, my freaking camera keeps going out of focus. This has been an issue. Ugh, killing me. Anyway. Here's a little preview of what's going on, my friend. So, this little doodad here is it's not a super expensive build today. This is kind of on the budget side of things, but we're trying to see if we can make it something super special. We're going to upgrade the stabilizers today into these bad Larrys, these Durock stabilizers. Things are going pretty good, man. Things are going pretty good. This has just been a lot of fun. Yeah, these are at their Plum Blossom, actually. It's kind of a Japanese samurai theme that I'm turning this board into. This is just an RK68 Pro. This board is like anywhere from $60 to $75, depending. Comes with its own keycaps, and it does come with these Gateron Reds. The Gateron Reds really aren't that bad of a switch. We're switching them out today. No pun intended. We're switching out today for these guys, which are the Gateron CJs, which are a little better. Same company, but a better switch. Both of which are linear switches. Linear switch basically means that you don't feel it. It's just a straight, smooth switch. So when you press the key down, it just goes directly to the bottom of the keyboard, and then it's just you hear the stroke. With clicky switches, it's a tactile bump and stuff like that, and you hear an actual click in the key. And then you've got regular tactiles, which are my favorite because I enjoy that bump when I'm typing. You feel a bump when you push the key down before it hits the bottom of the board. So, but yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today, and all that jazz. But until then, yeah, miss you too, man. Thanks for coming in, dude. I really appreciate you joining us tonight. This is I just started doing this stuff a couple of days ago. Will you focus on my face, you friggin' bastard? There we go. I've been a few people. Oh God, it's doing it again. I'm gonna friggin' kill this friggin' thing. Hold on a second. See if it just does a little bit more that way. Doesn't really matter anyway. But anyway, yeah, I only started doing it a few months ago. I've had a couple of people already ask me to build them boards. Yeah. Dubes, do you do a lot of gaming? A lot of or do you use it specifically, that HyperX for I mean, I assume it's a HyperX you're gaming with it, but you may do a bunch of word processing. Right. Yeah. What do you usually play for games, Dubes? Soup, also, how was your stream today? I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to hop on that long. I caught a little bit of it, but... It's all good, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's the way it's done. Nothing better. That's some sick spreadsheeting is the way it's done. You really need a pro gamer mouse for spreadsheeting. Nice. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of that stuff. I think for games that I'm because Tuesdays are my keyboard stream typically, so I have more keyboard stuff that I'm gonna show you guys soon. I've already planned out the next month's worth of streams for Tuesdays for keyboard builds. Next week we're gonna be building a version of this RK68 for my moderator, Cactessi Gaming. I'm not sure if she's in here yet, but we're going to be building her. She loves Animal Crossing, so we're going to build her an Animal Crossing themed keyboard. We did get some themed keycaps, and she likes the clicky switches, so we ordered some nice Kale Box Jades for her. So, yeah, we're going to do something like that. For today, we're just doing something that I'm probably just going to sell on a marketplace or something like that. Nothing too crazy, but it's something cool for the stream. After that, I've got a Keychron Q2 coming. I don't know what switches I'm going to put in that bad Larry yet. And then I also just picked up a KBD Fans Tofu 65, which is going to be a really sick build, and I can't wait to show you guys that one. That's going to be a lot of fun to do. It's an acrylic, so it's the RGB on that's going to be insane. But it's oh man, the Tofu 65. I'm actually going to put the new Gateron Oil Kings in. Those switches just were released a few weeks ago, and they're getting insane reviews. So I'm really excited as to how that one's going to turn out. But yeah, I have a lot of fun doing this. Some people told me to start streaming it, so yeah. If you get a chance too, guys, if anybody else is in here, follow TC Soup, by the way. Awesome dude, streams Warzone and is frigging insane at it. So give him a follow. Not sure if IMB Paula or any of these other guys are in here yet, but I'm sure they'll hop in soon. But it's not showing that they are. But anyway. Anyway, I do see Fino is in the room. Fino's in the house, folks. I do see that. Yeah, dude. There's so much. My mind just goes nuts. That's the ADD portion of me. I hyper focus on stuff, and then try to retain it. Actually, dude, that's how I pass all of my licenses. I hyper focused for like a week and then passed my licenses. Actually, for the life and health, I hyper focused for 24 hours and got it. Oh man. But anyway, so much stuff. What happened to my music? Where'd it go? Come on, lo-fi. Just do the thing. There we go. Dude, it was so funny. For my Series 6, I remember just procrastinating so bad. And then I took like a literal vacation. I took a vacation to self-study for the Series 6, and I studied every day for that whole week to take the test on that Saturday. Luckily, I passed on the first try. Yeah, still doing them, man. Still doing them. Good times. It's interesting right now with the market the way it is. Now that the stocks kind of had a nice little rally this week, we're going to start to see mortgage prices go a little higher. So, sadly, because when the stocks do good, the bonds do bad. And you know what's good with, you know that. It's not that the bonds do bad, but their interest rates go up because their prices go down. You get it. You know what I'm saying. And just for anybody that's actually for anybody that's curious about mortgages, I do mortgages as kind of a day job thing other than my music. But anybody that's curious, mortgage rates aren't really set by the Fed, let's say, or anything like that. Most mortgage rates are set by mortgage-backed securities and the bond market, specifically treasury bonds and things like that. So most companies set their prices based on that. Banks are a little different because they're a different animal when it comes to that, but they're all around the same thing. So, just a little tidbit for you. So tidbit. That's a funny word. Tidbit. What is going on with my music? Oh, it's still going. It's just this intro takes forever. Ridiculous. Anyway, how about How about we start building some stuff? How about we get into some keyboard things? How about that? We like that? That sound good to anybody else? Yeah, man, let me know. I mean, we can you just need to give me a budget and I can pretty much make you a board in that budget, dude. I appreciate you. Oh my friggin' god, there it goes. Here we go with the camera issues again, guys. Here we go. Overheating and then it just shuts down. So let's just go to the build. Let's start building. Let's just go there. Yeah, dude, it's thanks so much for stopping in, dude. The camera. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore, man. I don't. Hey, thank you so much for that follow. That one cell. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. About to get into this board building and all that good stuff. Yeah, so here we go, guys. First and foremost, what I wanted to show you is kind of during this week, I did a few more things to the board before we get going. So normally I don't. The problem with something like this, so this is the RK68. This RK68 is a 65% keyboard. It's also wireless, so it's got Bluetooth in it, so you can obviously connect it through Bluetooth to your computer. The only issue that you got to worry about, especially with something like this, so it's Bluetooth, it's also got an aluminum case. The aluminum cases tend to be a little pingy. And I was having some issues with it this week because I wanted to take care of some of that pinginess so you didn't have to watch me do all the crazy stuff during the stream. So let me see what we got going on here. So, but what I did, I also played around with these Gateron CJ switches. I switch filmed them, and we're going to go over what that switch film is in just a second here. But yeah, we're going to upgrade to Durock stabilizers for the plate mounts. Some PBT die sub keycaps, and that is pretty much that. The RGB on this isn't super bright. I mean, it's decently bright, but when you have non-shine through PBT keycaps, it certainly kind of mutes the colors on this. You don't really see a lot of that stuff come through. But anyway, so what I did this week is I tried a bunch of different variations of how I wanted these switches to sound. So I went over a couple different things, and I did some different lubing with the switch. Some of them have more lube, some of them have less. They all have the same amount of lube at this point because I had extras. I just kind of playing around with a bunch of different things. But I wanted to show you because a lot of people were asking me what switch films were. So what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to show you, because these are the last two switches with switch films in them. So we're going to show you what that is. If I can open the thing right instead of being an idiot. Come on, you bastard. There we go. Okay. So let's just put that here for now. What you're going to see on this is underneath, so that's that. Let me just take that out real quick. So that is the stem, and then you've got these guys. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is a switch film, and I'm not sure if to give it a good background. This is a switch film. This goes between the housing pieces to kind of keep things from rattling. So that's really all it is. And these switches, I just wanted to try it on these switches. You don't need them on the CJ switch because, again, their tolerances and manufacturing from Gateron are so good, you don't need them at all. There's no wobble whatsoever. And these are really made to tighten the switch housings to keep them from making sounds when you type on them. These I would definitely recommend on like the Gateron Reds or something similar. Definitely something like an Otemu switch, where Otemus, for example, they're really budget switches. They're not bad as far as switches are concerned, but again, their quality control isn't as good as something like Gateron or Cherry, or even Kale or Zilios and all that stuff. Anyway, but what you do is you just put them in there to keep the housing from rattling. But now I'm gonna put them back together, and that's backwards. Sorry, I'm doing these while I'm trying to take a look at my OBS and my chat, so I should probably just pay attention. Make sure that's closed all the way. And then this is the last one with a switch film in it. Come on, you bastard. There we go. Let go. Okay. So from here, basically what I did with the board is I'll unscrew this real quick and I'll show you kind of what I did. Just get this here because I'm gonna want to lose my screws. Come on, you bastard! Get out of there. I'll get that in a second. Whoa. That one was certainly tight. I know there's a middle one still. I just wanted to grab these. Come on. There we go. These screws do not want to come out today. There we go. This screw is a little different, and I'm going to explain why in just a second, because it needed to be, and it's slightly annoying as to why. And this is kind of what you get with budget boards like this. And that is that for that. Okay. So the reason why I had to change the screw out for this, typically I'd want something flush. I already tested the screw. The screw fortunately doesn't hit the key or the keycap when you press down on it. But I had to because the screw that it came with, the plate doesn't, the plate hole that they drilled was too big. It wasn't actually holding the center piece down, so it was rattling. So I had to solve that issue and all that good stuff. Hold on 1 second here. So you're going to see here in just a second as to what I did. Come on. There we go. Okay. So I don't want to unplug anything because I don't feel like plugging stuff back in. So underneath this board, what you're going to see is on the board, underneath this stuff, you're going to see, obviously, you see this black stuff right here. You see some foam, and then you see some other black stuff along the line here. So what I did is this is a pretty thin board. So what I ended up doing was on each one of the stanchions, I was noticing there was some rattling, and I put some little pieces of masking tape on each one of the stanchions to make some sort of buffer between the metal, the bottom of the PCB, and the stanchion itself for the screw. So that's one thing that I did. There was also this case, because it's aluminum, was super pingy. I typically try to keep putting things in a metal case with a battery to a complete minimum, because sometimes you have issues with overheating or things like that. In this particular case, it's not a really high powered battery, so I was pretty confident in the amount that I put in here. What I put in here underneath the black, this is electrical tape, but underneath the electrical tape is kill mat to deaden the sound of the board, to keep the pinginess down to a minimum. And then because there's a foil on the top, I didn't want to risk any contact issues with the bottom of the PCB. Angel Dust. I didn't know you like to get wet. Anyway. So then I lined the top of the foil with electrical tape to keep the contact issue to a minimum. Actually, to a negative. There's no contact. So that is pretty much what I did to that. And now we are going to... Oh, and I'll explain here too. So on the edges here, what I was also noticing on the edges of the cases is that the plate and the PCB were still pinging and still clicking when I was tapping on the plate on the side, and the pieces that hold the plate up. So I put electrical tape on the edges of those to act as a buffer and absorb some of the shock as to when you do that. So when you tap on the plate, there's nothing happening like that anymore. So that is what we did so far. And now let's screw the screws back in. Screw the screws. And get going. I forgot to charge my WoW stick today. Of course I did. It was a busy day, folks. That's why I was late to the stream today. I apologize so much. Whoop, no, not that one. If anyone has any questions about any stuff like this, please let me know. I'm happy to answer any. Oh, come on. There. Okay. And then last but not least is we have to... Oh, God. Oh, this is totally happening right now. There we go. There. So what I needed to do with this particular screw is I used an extra stabilizer, a screw mount stabilizer screw, with one of the washers from that to create contact with that to make it screw down, and now you don't have any pinginess. So that's that. Don't need that anymore. That we can put back in its case. Okay, now we can remove the old stabilizers. These are super easy to remove. There's 2 tabs on each one. Well, there's 1 tab on each mount for the stabilizers. But what you're gonna notice, actually before I remove that, so here's the reason why you change these things. So when you're doing this, you're gonna notice there's a lot of wobble. There's a lot of play in the stabilizer housing with this, and even with the stabilizer stem inside. So there's just so much play. So there's so much rattling, and there's a ton of rattling, and there's a ton of clickiness when you press the space bar, the enter key, backspace, and the shift. So that's why we're changing the stabilizers out to something a little nicer. Hope everybody's having a great day, by the way. So, having a great Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. So, here we go with the stabilizers. What I haven't done for them yet is we still have to clip the feet off of the end of these stabilizers. So we're going to show you how to do that today. Come on. Holy crap, this bag does not want to open. There we go. Jeez. And I thought that being clear, that would help. So we have 1, 2, that's 1, that's 2, 3, and 4. Cool. Fabulous. How's everybody doing out there? Any questions so far? Any questions yet, anyway? Sorry, I had to drink some water. Oh, Cactessi in the house. Hey, what's up, girl? Hey. Gonna unveil your nice. Gonna unveil your keycaps towards the end of the stream, by the way, because I want to show you. Anyway, okay. So on these things, you're gonna see there's 2 like kind of sturdy feet, and then there's 2 feet that don't really matter. Those are kind of pieces that you don't really need. So that's why they get clipped, and a lot of times you can buy them clipped, but in this particular case, they were not clipped when I purchased them. So it's impossible to see here because they're clear, and I know you're gonna have an issue seeing this, but I just want to. Right in the face. Cool. There's a little foot back here. It's not all the way off, so there we go. So what you do is you snip these little feet off the bottom, and that keeps them from rattling a little more. So that's why you do that. But in the meantime, we're also going to be lubing them with a little Krytox. I know that's a lot, but screw it. Don't need a ton. Again, just like the last thing, less is more when it comes to stabilizers. Because you don't want a lot of gunk. All right, let's clip these feet. Hitting me in my beard. It's like, oh, geez. Because you don't really want these like gummed up as far as too much lube on them can just be a problem. Come on, you bastard. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Oh my god, there you go. Cool. If you're just joining us, we appreciate it. Building a sweet little board. What is happening? There we go. You don't need to do it too much on these. Anybody has any questions or curious about what we're seeing, please let me know. Oh, good. Yeah. Just, drop all the shit. I'm sure that's interesting in and of itself. Hooray, puppy. I'm sure. All right, first set done. Oh, nice. Yeah, those fit way better than the other stabilizers. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, anyway. Let's keep going. That we don't need. That I'll put over here. You will put right there. Okay. This was an extra. So let's do this. All right. A lot of fun, you know, all the lubing. I'm sure you all enjoy it thoroughly. But it can be... Oh, come on. How's everybody doing out there? Actually, can you even see what I'm doing? I'm not even paying attention. That's awful. I'm so sorry. You can't even see what I'm doing. So sorry about that. I will make sure that you can see. Basically, what you're doing is like a couple of brush strokes. You shouldn't really see the lube on these at all. Like, you shouldn't really see them. They should just be kind of a super, super light coating. Ooh. You know what? Let's get a different brush. I want a longer brush. There we go. Much better. Much easier. I dipped my hand in lube. Awesome job, Josh. Don't dip your hands in lube. Don't do that. It's not a good thing. You shouldn't do that. This isn't like a grease or anything like that. This isn't something that can be... These things aren't something that can be cut with water or soap. It's... Yeah. So, it's... You shouldn't really... 1, 2, 3. Don't need you. Cool. don't need much on the stems. Lube-wise, you don't need much. Just a couple of strokes. That's it. Now that I lubed my microphone, it's good. I really liked that song, actually. You have returned. Thank you so much for returning. Oh. I wish I could show you guys closer. I wish I could show you guys closer to what I'm clipping. There's like two kind of robust feet and like one small foot and a really thin, longer foot. Those are the 2 feet that you clip off, if you were curious. Their feet, the whole point of the feet that are on there are because they're there as part of the mold. They're unnecessary and don't need to be there, but they can contribute to clicking and rattling. So that's why they're there. In case anyone was curious. Okay. Let's put these stabilizers together now, shall we? This is the issue, and then this is the issue of working one-handed. Screw it, let's just do it with my fingies. Do it with my fingies. It's coming along. I mean, it's going, my headphone wire was caught. It's coming along. I mean, it's, this is just the tedious parts that some people like to watch, some people don't. So I kind of save small pieces. Small pieces for it. The mafoof. For those people that may not know. Thank you to those people in. I did not lube one of the things. What is this song? That's not right.
I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock.
Okay.
Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know the flow.
I don't know what this is.
Don't try studying me, you cannot.
Hey, what's up, Louis?
What you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
All right. I don't know if this is non-DMCA though. That's the issue. Let's do. Oh, come on.
What you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
We'll do a little 80s. Good evening. A little synthwave. I am a giant fan of synthwave. And then another. Come on. There we go. There we go. Everybody like this music, or do we want something else? Is everybody okay with this, or do they want me to go back to the lo-fi? Yeah, screw it. Let's go back to the lo-fi. Okay. Alrighty then. So now what we're doing is we are lubing up the ends here. This here. Sure is. Hey, Louis, how's the board treating you for work? Here it goes. hazards of having one hand and trying to do everything and still show you guys at the same time. Like, that's the issue that I'm having right now. Nope, that's not in. This is the issue. Every fuck time. Now it's in. There we go. Awesome, great to hear. Two. All right, the last one. Cool. Okay, stabilizers are done. So those that are just coming in here and watching us today, just going to go over a little bit for this board, for those that weren't here to hear it. So this is the RK68 Pro. With the RK68 Pro, in the case, I lined the edges of the case with electrical tape to keep the pigginess down to a minimum. I put kill mat down, and then I also put down a layer of electrical tape on top of that to keep any contact with the PCB, to keep anything from shorting out and stuff like that. So that's why I did that, and that's pretty much where we're at this particular moment. I don't usually, again, recommend doing something like this with something, because this is wireless and it has a battery. I don't usually recommend doing a lot of stuff in the case for heat purposes, but in this particular case, the battery's not that big, and we didn't really do much around it, so that's why we're here. Okay. These didn't even need Band-Aid mods. The only time, I think we only need to do Band-Aid mod if we kept the other stabilizers in, but we didn't need that. So, but now that we're here, let's check the stabilizers. Make sure that we're all good to go. Good, and good. Yep, awesome. Okay. Now we are off to the races. Now we're going to install the switches. Make sure everything's flat. issue with most when I was testing out this stuff was up top. I also noticed that with these switches, you really have to push down on the plate, well, not on the switch in the plate itself, to really get them to click in. So that's where we're at now. Make sure none of the pins are bent. Did you hear that click? Let me turn the music down. Sometimes you can hear the click. Let me just get down close here. Let's see if you can hear the click. Hear that click? The secondary click is the feet grabbing onto the plate itself. And that's the click you need to hear, because when I first installed the switches, there, those are the clicks you need to hear. That's what you want to hear, those clicks. Sometimes they don't, because sometimes it just goes right in, but for the most part, you want to hear those clicks. Good stuff. How's everybody's day today? Anybody have a good day? I really don't know what else to talk about right now, because this is the minutia of building a board. It's just... the heck? Oh, that is a bent pin. Sorry, hold on one second. This is why you check your pins before you install them. Not sure what happened there, but that was a bent pin. There we go. Oh boy. Getting the pup checked on? Oh yeah, how's the dentist? Sounds awesome. I had a lot of work today. Had to do a lot of stuff. Mortgage-wise. Big girl, 6 pounds. What mix? Cactusy. It looks like she's somewhat of a boxer mix, kind of, or like a American Bulldog boxer mix. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. But it's got some colorings of a boxer too, so it's kind of, doesn't have the white, but well, just an idiot then, apparently. Yeah, I should do a DNA test, and then we should put it on stream or something. Yeah, gotcha. Can Josh figure out what breed Cactussie's dog is? I appreciate it. I know the buttons are all being touched. It's a sensual touch. What the hell's happening? Where's that going on? The pin. This way. What is happening? So let's go back. Let's try a different switch. That's being stupid. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Right now, we're just pretty much assembling all the good stuff for this RK68 Pro board. Putting in some Gateron CJ switches. I love when you touch things sensitively. Also, Kenny, thanks so much for the follow, by the way. Oh, I missed a Switch film. No wonder. I thought I got them all. Like, what the hell is happening? Yeah, these CJ switches, I've come to the conclusion after my tests, which I'm going to put on YouTube, by the way. I'm going to show a test, a testing YouTube of different switches, and, well, this particular switch, and how different amounts of lube and different modifications affect it differently. So, if anybody cares, that's probably going to be up next week. So, that housing was not all the way on. So close. So close. And here is another bent pin. enjoying themselves so far? No. Usually in the bag, they'll get bent. So, like, because the way that they get shipped in a bag loose together. So sometimes, depending on how they're packaged, they can get bent that way, or they can get bent from me handling them. Like if I'm opening, like for in this example, I may have opened the Switch using the Switch opener and then put the case back together. It got bent somehow that way. There's a million different ways they can get bent. They're really thin copper pins, so it's really easy to bend them, but it's not so hard to get them back into shape. Last one's bent. There we go. Last one gets bent. No, that's perfectly fine. It's a perfectly legitimate question. Okay. Just curious. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. There's really not a ton of RGB in this particular board. It's not super bright. Even with the brightness turned up, it's really not that big of a deal. It also could be the way the switches are made too. Now that I think about it. Yeah, there's a lot of interference in these particular switches too, so. But I mean, they're not. These switches aren't really made for RGB. They're made for typing. Like they don't, or gaming, because they're pretty fast actually. Okay, now put you there, put you over here. Don't need you anymore. Okay. And here we go. Oh, you might like this board better. Why? Why don't you? Do you not like the other one, or is it too much for your eyes? Everybody always wants the RGB. Everybody loves the RGB, and they want 100% board. Everybody loves all that stuff when they see it, but then they start using it, and they're like, "Oh, well, it's kind of bright." And you're like, "Well, yeah." Wait till you see the other boards I've got coming up for the next few streams. Whew. Those are going to be some nice boards. go. Wow. That was a struggle to put the A on. These fit a lot tighter on these stabilizers than the other ones. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Don't be afraid to say hi. Thank you so much for coming in. Would love to chat with some of you that are in the room watching right now. Or if you don't feel comfortable, thank you so much for lurking. Appreciate it. We're going to do the space bar last. Last but not least, oops. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Do we have some warping in here? Not feel right. Yikes. Hold on a second. Oh, those are in good. Holy crap. This was not doing this before. The funniest thing about this is I built this board already to prepare for this stream. And this was not a problem. Interesting. I mean, there's not really... mean, there's no issue there. Huh. The only thing I can think of is... The stems are just... Wow. That's so interesting. Why is this doing this? It is something with the stabilizers. Okay. Well, this is one of the crazy things that can happen with when you're building keyboards. Okay. Well, let's good. Put that anywhere. These are really tight in there. Hold on. It doesn't seem warped. I love these keycaps. Let's see what they sound like before I do anything else. Hold on one second. Issue with that stabilizer too. You know what's weird is that the stabilizers might be having an issue. Again. It sounds great. What is up with the stabilizers, though? That is really interesting. Hold on. This is the kind of stuff that you run into when you're building stuff like this. Unless there is a really weird... Nope. They are fitting. This does fit in here really weird. Let me just try something here real quick. I mean, if that fit, great. I don't know. All right, let's try it. I can already tell you it's going to be a problem. Oh my God. It's stuck. Huh. That's so weird. Like I said, I built this thing already before. And this week, and this was not an issue. It's definitely the stabilizers. It's definitely the stabilizers. But why is the question? Why the stabilizers is the question. See, like, but the stabilizers on their own, there's no issue. But the second, maybe it's just an alignment issue. Nope. You know what's crazy is that with this board, with other boards like this, I have come across like issues like, for example, with Hypotech. His plate he had modded a board and his plate had warped. And I'm wondering, geez, if that's the issue we have here. Because it didn't look that way. Like, that's what's crazy. It didn't look that way. Oh, come on. Ugh, now I scratched the friggin' plate. Ugh. I'm going to try something. You watch, it'll work perfect. What do you know? What do you know? So you know what we're going to do? We are going to Band-Aid mod these bad Larrys. Because there's obviously something with the fit of this. And I don't know why that is. So that's something I'm going to have to take care of off stream. Or at least give you like guys like an update video on something like that later. Because that sounds like shit. Ugh. All right, well, let's mod those stabilizers then, shall we? Come on. Well, I didn't think we were going to have to do something like this, but let's do it. Okay. So now you get to see the Band-Aid mod. In action, folks. In action. Come on. Okay. Step 1 for the Band-Aid mod. Get a Band-Aid. Step 2. Cut a little piece of the Band-Aid. In this particular case, we're going to do one of these bad Larrys. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. I don't need that anymore. Let's just move some stuff out of the way. I just got a new piece in to be able to cut stuff without ruining any of my stuff. So, now that I just ruined the Band-Aid, it's alright, it's not like we're going to need much of it anyway. So let's do this then. Okay. Because here is what we're going to do. Okay. Take the old X-Acto knife. We're going to cut a little piece. Okay, so now what we do is we take this little piece, put that right there, wrap it underneath. Push this little piece down. And what that does is it basically just acts as a barrier to keep it from rattling. But that was a little too tiny, so let's do something like this now. There. Most of this stuff isn't a super exact science either. Okay. And now that we've done that, let's put these back in. Okay. And now there's no wiggle in the housing. The only issue is that the stabilizer stems themselves, the tolerances aren't that great, especially on this side. This one actually looks a little bigger than this one. That's interesting. But those are the kind of the things the chances you take with a budget board like this. That's still clicky. That still sounds like absolute garbage. But the only thing that's clicking is the housing itself. So, let's do something else about that now, shall we? The good thing is that the housings are no longer rattling. It's just that stabilizer. That's what you can do. Where is my other piece? No, you are over here. You can take some lube. Squirt it right in there. And kind of alleviate some of those issues. Let's try that. Still a little ticking, but not so bad. It's just in the housing itself. It's just that the stems just aren't as good. Otherwise, it feels great. Yeah, it doesn't really feel that great, actually. All right, let's... Curious if there are any other of these that are made a little better than the other one. No. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all. Man, the rest of this board sounds great except for that friggin' spacebar. Oh my god. All right. Well, I'm going to keep going because I can't not fix that spacebar. I'm kind of curious if I use... You know what? Let's try this. Let's put away the blade first. Let's try this. Sometimes we might be able to get away with... we might be able to get away with using the housings, but not the bar. I'm kind of wondering. There we go. Kind of curious if we use... So let's put these side by side real quick. I know there's a bunch of lube on them now, but... Not sure if you can actually see that, and I can't really zoom in. Let me try this. If we can compare the two housings, because the thing... Sorry for the rattle on that. So the thing that seems to be the issue is it seems to be that the housing isn't really... This is interesting. I don't have a syringe. I need a syringe filled with dielectric grease, and I don't have it. I don't have a syringe. Frig. Because this is... It's... Try something here. Let me see if I can paint some more lube on there. The housings and... See if that helps at all. That's the issue, is that I don't like using this much lube. Lube. Oopsies. Oh, come on. Oh, idiot. There. Good night. Have a good one. Thank you so much for stopping in. All right, let's try that. I don't think that's going to work, but let's give it a shot. Let's give it the old college try. Now that I've got the Band-Aid mods in, this is probably going to be overkill. Oh, yeah. It's too much. Oh. Okay. Oh, I see the issue here. So it looks like the board can't fit these housings well. Huh. Okay. So I have to take the Band-Aids off. Always put another one on, so not a big deal. There for the time being. Okay. So let's try this again. So I think I found what the issue is. It has to do with the tab on the board, on these. Hold on 1 second here. Okay. Let's try this. Nope, I can already tell that this is not going to work. Dude, what is going on? It's the stabilizers, dude. I don't know what is happening. I don't know if... You know what? Let's try. Let's try putting these on. Yeah, and look at that. didn't even put the. Oh my god, it is late for me. This is so. I'm getting so stupid. I didn't even put. The switch back in. Oh god, I'm so stupid. All right, let's do this. Let's try one more thing. Because if the switch, so let's do right. Okay. Now, nope. Come on, you prick. No, 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 no. No! Oh! Oh, fucking A. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. That's really strange. Hmm. One of the biggest issues is the stress it puts on. Hmm. Let me try this. Let me try. And now, see, working perfectly fine. But the second I go to put this on, there's an issue. The second you go all the way on, is when they stop working. This is super interesting. Okay. I'm getting so annoyed with this. Whoa. And I don't understand why this is an issue. I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to try a different set of stabilizers. And I'm going to see. And I'm not going to lube them. I'm just going to throw them in. I mean, they're still plate mount, but I'm just going to try them, throw them in, and see if they work. If they work, cool. If they don't, well, now we'll know what the issue is. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So, let's do one of these things. Okay. So, we need one of you. We need one of you. Facing the front. Oops, come on. Come on, stop being a douche. Okay. Where did this? So if this is there's that. There's one. There. Okay. So now we're going to try these random Durock stabilizers. Oh, I can already tell you we're going to have a problem. Nope. These are just not fitting right in this board. Wow. Can already tell you this isn't going to work. Yep. That's exactly what I thought. Durock stabilizer housings are not good for the space bar anyway for Royal Clutch. So I'm pretty sure this plate for this for this thing is bad. It is no good. The plate for this was mismade. I don't know. Terrible job, guys. Terrible job. Jesus. So now we have to go with the original stabilizers that it came with, even though they suck. But we have to go with them. We have to use them because the housings don't work. They're too tight, which is what's causing the issue. Interesting. So let's do a little finagling then before we go back to doing this. So let's take out the dielectric grease. And let's do a little modding of our own here. I'm not going to do the holy mod. That's just friggin' annoying. The holy mod is just, there's no way I'm putting those in here. It's not going to happen. So, what I'm going to do then. Oh, God. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just grease these bad Larrys up. There's that, at least. And now... let's Band-Aid mod these again, but I'm going to use different amounts of Band-Aid. Because the other thing that you can do is you can Band-Aid the PCB and then put some stuff on it. So let's do that first. Again, thank you all for sticking with me tonight. Sorry we had to do so much to the board. Come on, you prick. Get off the frigging thing. Okay. Now we do the rest of the Band-Aid mod. Come on, you prick. Hands are going. My hand is going numb because I have the beginnings of carpal tunnel. Feels good. Feels great. Oh no! Come on. Really, guys? Let go. Wow. This does not want to stay. Dude. Holy crap. Okay, now we take a long brush and some lube, and we lube up the bottom. No. Okay. Let's put you back where you belong. Now let's put these back. Okay. Okay, so now, last but certainly not least, let's put this space bar back on. Oh, that sounds way better. Just make sure it's on there. Cool. That actually sounds pretty decent. Okay. I think we're done with this board anyway. Cool. All right. So there's that one. Now you're going to see how little RGB this thing actually has. Because pretty sure it's on right now. Yeah, it's on and you can't even see the RGB. So, it's the RGB on this isn't great. Even if I shut the lights off, you're not going to see it. But yeah, you're not going to see it even if the lights are off. Except for this one blinking light up here. But anyway, so that is that. That is the Royal Kludge RK68 Pro with Japanese Plum Blossom OEM profile die sub PBT keycaps. That is that, as they say. So that is that. As I say, could I say that one more time? That would be amazing. I'm sure that's enjoyable. So, but yeah, so that is that. Okay. Now, sorry for the let's see. If the just chatting is working. I turned the camera back on. So let's and it's not working. Of course it's not. Let's there we go. Cool. All right. So RK68 Pro. Right there, kids. Another build in the books. Next week, I'm going to grab for you the next week's build, which we're going to do something very similar to the RK68 Pro. It's the RK68. The difference is this has an aluminum body where the other one has a plastic body. And we are going to be doing a build for our very own Cactessy Gaming moderator because she's fabulous and she accepted the moderator title without hesitation. Let me grab the keycaps. It's going to be the same board pretty much. The only difference is these. So let's get back over to the beautiful keycaps OSA profile. Beautiful keycaps. Beautiful. But that's pretty much it. So this is going to be the stream next Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, 7 o'clock. Sorry I was late today, but 7 o'clock is going to be the next stream. And we're going to be building an RK68 with some clicky switches, the box Jades, for our very own Cactessy Gaming. Thank you so much, you guys. I really, really appreciate you stopping in for the stream today. And I will see you guys in the next one. Be on the lookout on YouTube. Please follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much it. I'll give you... That's the YouTube channel that you can find the VODs on, as well as on here, obviously. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And I will see you all Thursday. I'll be doing a stream Thursday. Not sure what video game I'll be playing. I'll be doing some computer talk, some shopping, and all that jazz for the next keyboard builds. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a fantastic night. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you have any questions, please hit me up either on here, YouTube, Instagram. You can DM me on any of that stuff. So I really, really, really appreciate you guys. And thanks so much for joining me on this interesting ride of keyboard building. Until next time, I will see you Thursday at 4 p.m. for a video game stream, as well as I usually only stream for about an hour or so with a video game, unless people really want me to keep playing. Not sure what video game we're going to play yet, but we're going to do something. Probably decision-based and storyline-based, nothing like Apex or anything like that. I was doing Apex for a while, but I'm going to change the stream on Thursdays to a different type of game. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out, and see you Thursday, and then I will see you for the next keyboard build on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next one.